What's up, dog?
Good to see you.
Man, I thank you.
Back in Minnesota,
Yeah,
huh?
what's up, man? Thank you for having me, bro.
Oh, no, thanks for having me.
How was your day?
Nice to be back out there again. Felt like a long break.
Like I said, I appreciate you. Let me come. Being a Minnesota native, give me your greatest memory throughout your lifetime as a Viking fan growing up.
Oh, man. I think just honestly seeing you make those plays, man. As a competitor, as an athlete,
Right.
Seeing you go up and make some of those plays and tossing the ball back to
Mo Williams.
Mo Williams.
Yeah.
Those were some fun times, and going to that NFC Championship game. Obviously, it didn't turn out the way you wanted it to, or we wanted it to, but just some fun teams to watch, and seeing you and Chris Carter, you guys making those plays. I mean, I'm like, man, I don't want to be a quarterback. I don't want to be a running back. I want to be a receiver.
Something we have in common, I found out, is our basketball background. I wanted to play basketball, got discouraged, stuck with football. Something similar with you.
I think basketball was kind of always my first love. I love to compete on the basketball floor. I don't know, something about it.
Right.
Practices were fun. It was always a competition, with basketball. And I would not be where I am without basketball.
Right.
Because I learned so much about body control,
There you go.
ball skills, and things like that I wouldn't have if it wasn't for basketball.
A lot of guys cannot figure out how to transition their basketball skill set to the football field. If there's one thing with your game that you say, Randy, I count on it every single Sunday, what is that?
It's my hands. When I run a bad route, or maybe don't beat a guy perfectly, I just rely on my hands and rely on just catching the ball away from my body. You can have a lot more completions when you're catching the ball away from your body and keeping the ball away from the defender.
Right.
So it's something that I try to use to my advantage.
Well, throughout your whole career, what's your best moment?
Being in the playoffs one time.
Okay.
That's a pretty cool feeling.
Yeah.
And I don't think you really realize it as a player until you get there.
Right.
And being in the NFL now for 5 years, you realize how hard it is to get there. So just having that opportunity to get into the playoffs and play in that playoff game, obviously, wish we would have won that one.
A lot of guys don't experience that.
Yeah, I know.
That feeling.
And that still kind of eats me up inside. And I think there's a lot of guys in this locker room that we kind of have a little motivation from that, because we know how it feels to lose a close game in the playoffs.
You want more.
You want more.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, I think that's why last year was so hard for us, because we were coming off that. We all had that feeling of like, man, we want more.
Right.
We don't just want to make it in the playoffs. We want to make more. And then we didn't make the playoffs. So I think we're pretty hungry at this point.